Hi everyone, it's Nicole Spohr for Plan with Nicole and welcome back to my channel. Today I have my weekly wellness spread for December 20th through the 26th. This is actually my first wellness spread. I had meant to do one last week and there was just so much going on. I didn't get it done. But I kind of go with the theory that there is no time like the present to start. I'm already doing most of these things. I'm just not keeping a record of them. And so I decided to go ahead and start my spread. I especially wanted to use these washies that you can see on my wax paper. So I'm actually starting with some little sparklies here. I wanted it to kind of look like a sparkly snowy sky, and this is from the Princess Elegance sticker book, believe it or not. There is nothing about this spread that is going to be Disney related, but I do like the sparkles. I'm a sucker for them, so I'm going to add those to the sky along this bottom row of boxes, and then I'm going to apply a little washi tape. You'll notice I am whiting out the headers and things of this section. That's because I'm not going to be using it. So I don't have any problem whiting out the parts of my spread that I'm not going to use, at least at this moment. Right now, what I'm going to keep track of is my food, and I'm also going to keep track of water and my movement, what I'm doing for exercise every day. And I think that the two middle boxes, the nourish and the movement boxes, are going to provide enough room for that on my spread. So I'm going to actually cover up the whole bottom row with a little sticker or washi tape scene. And I'm also going to cover up the top row with a washi tape scene as well, especially with this being a holiday week. Keeping track of these things, that's probably really all there's going to be. Now, these little washi buildings are actually from a washi tape shop sticker roll or washi tape roll, but they pull off like stickers, and it's these individual houses and trees, bunnies, snowmen, presents, card envelopes, and I'm using them all. I love them. They are really, really cute. The detail is amazing. And I think they're going to go over this kind of grid down here along the bottom row of the washi perfectly. So I'm doing a little adjustment here. I noticed that I didn't quite get I didn't white out the darker line back behind my snowy, sparkly sky. I'm just going to use a combination of a white jelly roll pen and white out throughout my spread. If it's a bigger section, I'm going to use the white out. If it's a smaller section or a small thin line, I will likely use the jelly roll. So one thing I noticed with the washi that's different than stickers, they like to stick to the wax paper. That's okay. I was able to pull off everything. One of the things to keep in mind is you do get multiples of all of this because it is a continuous roll. In fact, there are so many on the roll, I know there's no way I would ever use all of them. So stay tuned till the end of the video because I have a giveaway for you guys. In addition to these buildings from the Christmas washi tape shop washi I'm using, I did want to add some vehicles. So the vehicles are going to come from the Christmas Happy Planner sticker book. This is this year's sticker book from the Happy Planner. And I believe the truck that's going to go on the right side of the spread and the car that is on the left are the only two stickers from that sticker book. Let's go ahead and move over the rest of our scene. I did build the bottom of the scene first. The washi was like along the bottom edge that is red striped. That is Doodlebug washi, and that was kind of a last minute decision. I originally thought I would place all of the little washi stickers along the bottom edge of the box, but I felt like there was just a lot of extra space and something along the bottom helps ground the scene. One thing about these wellness, I'm using a wellness extension pack. I will link this down below as long as it's still available. I believe it is. I'm just kind of franken-planning this together, as this is going to be more than likely the only week of December that I'm going to use in my planner. That's okay. Jump in wherever you're at. If you miss some weeks, that's okay too. Don't feel like you have to do a spread every week for every section of your planner. Life happens. And so I just want to encourage you to jump in. I really struggled from when I started planning in October of 2020 to a lot of the middle part of this year. I think I kind of stopped planning like March, April, and I really didn't pick it up again until October. And that's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. The great thing about the Happy Planner is it's really easy to remove anything that's empty from your planner, and you just can keep in the pages that you filled out. And you don't have to feel that guilt that you didn't do something. Don't worry about it. Do what you can when you can. I know if you caught my planner setup video for 2020, I talked about all the planners I am keeping. I'm keeping them all in one planner, like all of, let's say, January in my main classic planner. And I'm going to continue to do that, and then I will move the months back to their respective planners as I go. This green border sticker that I am using, I want to say is from, I believe, I want to get it right, but I'm not exactly sure, you guys. It is either from Homebody Seasons, I think, or it's from the winter sticker book that's a year or two old. I will link them down below in the supplies. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I loved that it was big. I love the color, and I love that it matched my buildings. So that's why I picked that to go there. I'm trying to find some balance on my spread. I had already picked the Holiday Cheer sticker from the winter sticker book. And so I felt like I had the pinks. This is a lot of pinks. I don't normally do a lot of pinks for winter, but I absolutely loved this spread and I liked how it turned out. I also used multiples of the individual tree. Oh, I thought I did. Actually, I ended up not. Okay, so you're going to notice that I have that tree there, but I'm going to be moving all this stuff over. I didn't leave enough room for my truck, and I really wanted to have another vehicle on this spread. So there's kind of the bottom. I want to show you here. Oh, I have my washi. I am going to pull up the tree. I wanted to mention with this washi tape, if you are a card maker like me, these would make amazing cards. Because you're getting this roll of washi that has so many houses and things in it and the cute critters, don't be afraid to use them on your cards because I think they would make amazing embellishments. I am moving my house kind of over to the side here. I don't want it to overlap that dark black line of the edge of my box. And then I'm going to find a truck. So I simply kind of moved one building over, or moved those two end buildings over, left room in between for the truck, and I really like that. I also forgot to mention with the sparklies that I did for the snow up above, I had to piece together or trim another little sticker here, and I'm just going to save the excess for later. Now I'm going to white out some stuff along the top edge of my spread, because I am going to build the rest of the spread up here. The critters and the snowmen are not the same size and scale as the buildings. They're not going to go with it, so I didn't mix them. So I basically created two separate scenes. We have the small building scene along the bottom. I'm all about those building and house scenes, by the way. And then we've got a cute little critter scene up along the top edge. So on the left side of the spread, we have Holiday Cheer, and it really fits in that skinny box perfectly. And that box is actually for intention, which I didn't need for this week. I don't know that that's one I'll use a whole lot. And take note, like I said, the Nourish and the Movement were the two boxes that I was the most interested in using for function. And we will talk a little bit more about the function of that when I add some checklists and some habit trackers. I'm going to start my snowman a little further over. One of the reasons is I don't want him to completely cover up the days of the week too much. I don't mind a little bit of overlap, but I just kind of didn't like him right next to the edge of this box. To me, it just didn't work. I moved him around so much. He is absolutely darling. The bunnies are absolutely darling. The artwork is incredible. For this whole roll of washi, I know if you watched my washi unboxing video from the washi tape shop, you heard me talk about this washi roll is why I placed my order. I saw this and I absolutely had to have it because I just thought these images were precious and they are as beautiful in person. So I'm going to use some presents next to my snowman, and I'm also going to use a little envelope there as well. I'm covering up those lines with my white Jelly Roll pen. This spread was, I don't want to say difficult, but it did take a little bit of work to come together. It didn't come together as seamlessly as I would have liked for it to. And I think I've never done one of these wellness spreads. So I was working with a little bit different format. And I think that might be part of it. I kind of had an idea of where I was going, but it just took me a little bit to get there. Now, the little branches, you'll see that I'm playing around with the idea of them in the upper right corner and then also a smaller one coming in from the left. I am going to do that. I like those. Those are from the Homebody Seasons sticker book, and I think 2 of those are going to be plenty, but they help fill in my scene up at the top and just add to the wintry feel of this design. So I'm going to go ahead, I had them on the wax paper. I am going to commit those to my spread. I'm loving how it's coming along. And then I accidentally tore my bunny, so I have to get a new one. That is the one great thing about the washi tape roll is if you do booger up some of them and you can't sticker surgery them together, which I had to do for one of the houses, you can always just grab another one. And then I don't like that envelope. I thought I was going to have like the envelopes flying up in the air kind of, and it just looks like it's randomly stuck up there. So I am going to move that down a bit. We're going to tuck one of these envelopes. In fact, I move it completely, and I think I move the bunny over more. I do. So that poor little bunny, she has little reindeer antlers on with her cute little sweater and scarf and fuzzy socks. She got moved a lot. I could not settle on a spot for her, but in the end, it became what I wanted it to. I like for you guys to kind of see the process and see the struggle. Another thing about this spread, obviously I'm voicing it over because I knew I was struggling. I didn't even attempt, I don't think, to talk through it because I was a little nervous with this being a wellness spread in a different layout than I'm used to for a spread. And so I just thought, you know what, we're just going to voice this one over. And I'm so glad I did because the video got a little long. Now I'm piecing together a few more of these sparklies. These are some smaller ones so that it kind of mimics the look along the bottom edge. I don't think I added any on the left side of the spread, but along the top of the right, I am going to piece some in just here and there. And I really love how it ended up turning out. And here we're going to move our cute little bunny over. We do need to white out a little bit. I used the pen, but I felt like too much was still showing through, so we'll white that out. Some more presents and some more envelopes. Don't be afraid to repeat some of those images if you need to. I just really couldn't find anything I felt like matched super great, so I went ahead and just repeated some of these. Okay, I don't love how far this sticks down, so I'm just going to trim it up and then move that up a little bit. It's made more for a corner, so it didn't really fit perfectly. And you'll notice that I'm just kind of piecing all of these little bits and pieces of the sparkles together, and I love it. I think that works out great. I love utilizing all of those parts and pieces, and then we are going to take a couple of these letters and place them here on the right side. Something to keep in mind about the envelope, I didn't realize it, but the little tree seal on the flap should go a certain way. So make sure of that when you are piecing it together. Then I'm going to take some checklists from sticker books. So I do think a couple of mine came from Christmas. They're that pink color. They matched the pink of the design, but I could not find enough other checklists, so we will utilize that from the Biz Babe book. But we're going to take this text washi, also from the Washi Tape Shop, and I'm going to place it along the sidebar of my spread. It's a little wide and I don't want it to be perfect. So I'm going to very carefully just kind of pull gently, and it didn't tear exactly the way I wanted it to the first time, but we will take care of that here in just a second. Let's just peel up. I want the tree to be in front of this washi. This is a great way to add a little interest to the spread and fill in some area without actually having to add anything. I had briefly contemplated spelling out the word December with some large letter stamps, but ultimately I decided I didn't want to do that, and so we're just going to fill it with the washi. I told you guys in my washi unboxing video I was super excited about this vertical text washi, and oh my goodness, you guys, I love it. I'm going to be using it on everything, I can tell. I thought about using that darker check box, but I don't like it at all. We are not going to be using that. It's just not the right green. It is from the... oh, which book is it from? I believe it's from, I didn't bring the book with me to tell you, but it's like the meal planning book. So I'm not going to use that. We're going to use Biz Babe ones. They've got gold and pink in there, and the gold really ties into some of the gold of the houses and the bunnies and other little pieces of the washi stickers. So that is what we're going to use. One thing I noticed about the checklists are they are slightly longer than the box. I'm going to line them up with the top of the box, and I'm just gently placing them down. I'm going to take a craft knife and trim those up here in a minute so that they fit the box perfectly, because I don't particularly love that they hang down further. You might also notice that I have some stamps out on my spread. I was kind of auditioning them to see what I wanted to use. And yes, I'm actually going to use these giant Concord and 9th all the numbers stamps on my spread. And yes, I'm utilizing the Nourish box, but I'm going to tell you as I'm stamping this what my plan is for the Nourish section and why I think this is going to work. If it doesn't, it doesn't, and I'll talk about that when we do our monthly review and flip through. So I am going to take some habit tracker boxes now, and I kind of had to search for exactly the right colors in this too. A lot of them are from Biz Babe. We're doing like a burgundy, a pink, and a gold, which ties in, and I'm going to do these all along the movement box. They're not really movement related, or I'm not going to use them as movement related. That is because in the Nourish box, I'm actually going to use that for my food for the week. I'm going to keep track of the things I eat. The habit tracker box, I'm going to fill in with the word water, and I'm going to mark the water I drink every day. And then in the extra space down below the habit tracker box, that is where I'm going to write what I did for movement. I generally walk my dog, and that is my movement. So that is what I'm going to put there. If I do anything else, I can always keep track of that as well. I kept trying to use the habit trackers from the meal planner box, but they have some distressing, and I love the distressing, but I don't think it matches the other habit trackers, so I'm not going to use those. I auditioned so many sticker books, you guys, so many sticker books. And something else to note, my craft knife is so dull. I need to get a new craft knife, blade. I have one for this somewhere. I am going to be finding it before I do another planner spread. But we're just going to kind of cut that gently and peel away that little excess. It looks so much cleaner when I do this. I like that it doesn't hang below the edge of the box. You could always use scissors as well. I'm loving how my spread's coming along. We are really almost done except for a few more habit tracker boxes and a little bit of stamping. And I did find turning my page at an angle really helped. But that dull craft knife, don't use a dull craft knife. Don't be me, is basically what I'm saying here. So a little bit about stamping. I know I mentioned this when I did my planner setup, and I did a bit of stamping there, and I also did a bit of stamping with numbers in last week's dashboard spread for my work weekly spread. And I kind of made the joke that I said I would, a while back, I said I would never stamp in my planner, and now I'm eating my words because it looks like I'm going to be stamping a lot. I've actually purchased a few things that I feel like are more planning or memory keeping related that are going to work for things like that, and I'm excited about it. Obviously, I have these some of these alphabet set and number sets I've had all the numbers set from Concord and 9th for a year, and this is the first time I've used it, and I literally want to use it all the time. It's so amazing. There's solid and outline numbers in this set. I used the solid today, but I will be using the outline. You can use them together. Really, really good and a great way to customize your spread. So now it is time to add the stamping to our spread. I have some Distress Oxide ink in Iced Spruce. This is a hybrid ink. It has pigment ink in it. I definitely recommend a pigment ink rather than a dye ink. A dye ink is going to soak through. I do think that some of the ink maybe went through my spread a little bit. It's not going to matter for this particular spread because I'm not going to be using this page for next week, or I can glue it to the back of something else. But I maybe should have used like second generation stamping, which means you would stamp off the number once. You can see I am stamping them off on scrap paper. I'd never inked these before. My recommendation when you are stamping, and maybe if you aren't a stamper, stamp it off on a scrap piece of paper first to make sure that you have a good impression, and then stamp it. But I also, second generation stamping is if you do stamp it off on that scrap piece of paper and then stamp it on your spread, you're going to get a lighter outline. And I maybe should have done that just so it didn't bleed through bad. Like I could totally cover it up with stickers or just write over it. Honestly, it wouldn't bother me. But if it's going to bother you, it's something to keep in mind. I picked Iced Spruce because I thought it was a nice kind of greenish blue color and still light enough that I would be able to write over it. So even though this is an undated extension pack, so that means you date it yourself, and I decided to make the dates part of my spread as well as like a decorative element, I guess, but something in the functional box. I can write over them with a black pen. You're still going to be able to read it, but you're also still going to be able to see the numbers. And again, this is where I'm going to keep track of the food that I eat. And I thought that it would work really well. I will report back to you and let you guys know if it did end up working. But I really, really love how my spread turned out. One thing to note, the ink stays wet for a little bit. It's pigment ink, not dye, so it doesn't dry quite as quickly. I did smear a couple of them. I was a little bit bummed about it, but I decided it's fine, it's okay. I should have just been more careful. Also, I do want to add month of December. It says month of in the top left corner of the spread, so I'm going to take the December abbreviation from the Concord and 9th monthly mix stamp set and stamp that right below there with the same Iced Spruce ink, and that finishes it all off beautifully. Okay, from here, you guys, I am just going to add a Christmas word sticker up to the top. I thought I was going to add it to the day, and then I decided I didn't like that at all. I mean, I do lay it down and then I don't like it. So I move it up high and I end up liking that a lot. That will be the last thing I add to the spread. We are going to take our Happy Planner punch and punch anything that might have overlapped. I think there was maybe something in the holiday cheer sticker, and fix that up. We're going to add our December stickers to the tab for our wellness extension pack spread. I did glue this sheet to the calendar sheet because I'm not going to use the calendar. I just want the weekly spread part of this. Don't be afraid to make it your own. So I was talking a little bit about a giveaway. So with some of these washi rolls from the Washi Tape shop, I got the Christmas set. There's a lot of repetition. Obviously, it's a roll of washi. I'm not going to use these over and over and over. So I have trimmed several of them into a length so you don't have any repeats. It's going to just be one of each of these stickers. So you can make what I made here minus like the extra packages and envelopes on your own spreads or cards. I also cut lengths from 2 other washis from that set that are also stickers. I'm going to show those to you here in just a minute on screen. So you're going to get 3 separate little strips of washi, and I cut them into 5. So I'm going to give 5 sets away to commenters on this video. So make sure and drop me a comment down below in the down below the description in the comments box, and tell me if you like washi tape, if you've tried the Washi Tape shop. Make sure that you are a subscriber of this channel. That will be a qualifier to win, and make sure that you're following me on Instagram at Plan with Nichol. Those are my requirements to win. I will pick a winner here Monday morning, and I will definitely post on this video. So check to see if you're a winner and find out how to claim your prize. These are the 3 different designs you're getting. These are stickers, so they're going to peel off. It's not going to be a strip of washi. It's going to be like the stickers I used here. Anyway, I'm super excited, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this wellness spread video. The supplies I used are linked down below the video here on YouTube. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to always be notified when there's a new video.